Creating a nuisance or a hazard by neglecting personal hygiene. Creating a nuisance. A nuisance or a hazard from your own personal hygiene. That is stank for your ass.
Couldn't look away from the train wreck. You can blame it on the tech or the disrespect before you play back. Button check. Button check.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to a beautiful morning, an unexpected morning of checking these buttons. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. We really weren't planning on posting this morning, but this came out, man. This FGC Code of Conduct. Yes, it is finally happening for the FGC. So many mixed reactions. A lot of people happy, a lot of people pissed off. We're about to get it all. So with that being said, since I wasn't planning on posting today, it's going to be filmed a little bit different. Like, we're not going to have the hot clips today. We'll do that for the next episode. So basically today, we're just going to get straight to the meat and potatoes, baby. Without further ado, let's unpack all this shit. All right, so this one pops off right here with Ultra David when I first noticed the story. So I'll put the man's profile on the screen right now if you're not too familiar. He's a content creator, commentator. He also does that show, Ultra Shen with James Shen, and he's also a lawyer. Okay, so he posted this just yesterday saying the FGC COC group has put out its fighting game code of conduct. This is the product of the last half year of discussion by volunteers, TOs, players, streamers, etc., who wanted to help our community improve and move forward after the terrible acts that came to light in the last summer. Now, what I'm going to do from here is put the fighting game code of conduct on the screen as we talk about it a little bit. Also put the link if you want to read it in full detail, because of course we don't have time to read every word in there. It's pretty damn big. Right here you can see where it was last updated January 9th this year. Basically kind of goes over the summary of it all. So right here, number 1.1, code of conduct. This fighting game community code of conduct is set the rules to promote better behavior in the fighting game community as agreed upon the FGC event organizers, tournament organizers, online chat, server coordinators, web platform providers, broadcasters, game right holders, and other community leaders named below, which we're calling the signatories. Then it goes on to explain in 1.2, and down here you can see where it says the signatories will enforce this code of conduct in signatory spaces and will abide by any other disciplinary actions taken by the governing body. Then right here on number 2 or 2.1 where it says inclusivity, the code of conduct is intended to make the FGC a safer experience characterized by inclusivity in which everyone feels welcome regardless of race, color, ethnicity, nationality, sex, sexual or romantic orientation, gender identity, religion, disability. Basically, you can see what they're going for here. They're just saying we're trying to make it a safer place and treat everybody more on an equal playing field. Then they go on to conduct, which you can read more about it in the link below. Right here, list of violations: engaging in assault, engaging in physical contact, using or threatening, pestering or stalking, taking photos of or recording any other person without either their consent or signatory authorization, engaging in discriminatory or hateful statements or behavior, intentionally outing any other person's sexual orientation, creating a nuisance or hazard by neglecting personal hygiene. This is the one. Now, the other ones we'll talk about as well, but damn, this is the one that stood out to me because I was like, yo, is this a shot? I mean, how long has the fucking Melee or Smash community been a meme? Or not even them, but I would say gamers, period, because we've all been there. We've all been to tournaments where we were looking over or just smelling the room and we were like, damn, why is everybody so damn funky? You know what I'm saying? And I know it's been more so in the Smash community. They've been memed to death with this, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to hygiene. So the fact that the FGC is actually saying it, and what's funny to me is I know the Smash community, they have their own COC. Do they have this rule? Because I didn't read it. I first noticed it here. I mean, it's tripping me the hell out. Creating a nuisance or hazard by neglecting personal hygiene, refusing to take appropriate hygienic or medical precautions, or engaging in or encouraging others to commit any hygienically or medically unsafe behavior. Yo, can we unpack this right here? Just the wording of it. Like, on one hand, can we be real? I know a lot of people, including myself, are going to be happy about this in a way, especially if we go to a lot of tournaments, because this might actually enforce people to start taking a look. Because there's only so many memes and so many times you can tell, but let's be real, man. People still don't understand what they smell like at tournaments, and damn, they will just stink. But now there's an actual rule. But my question is, like, how much will this actually be enforced? Can you imagine the shit the first person is gonna get that actually gets a penalty, that gets a strike, that gets a ban because their ass stinks? You know what I'm saying? The first person to stink so bad bad that they get reported. They're like, yo, you are causing a nuisance. You're causing a hazard by neglecting. And the part that gets me is engaging or encouraging others to commit any hygienically or medically unsafe behavior. So you're talking about not only somebody that stinks, but you're leading a fucking funky movement. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I stink and I want others to stink with me. Then that motherfucker got to go. That's what these rules are saying. Like, you go if you stink, but if you leading a fucking stink army, you really got to get going. And the other stuff I would say is kind of basic common sense. It's like engaging in fraud, tampering with tournaments, stealing, causing fear, distress in any other person. Basically, all this is saying is don't be a dick. We're all grown people, and if we have to tell you, stop being a dick and stop being an asshole, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what to tell you, because basically, if you get all these rules, that's what they're kind of saying. And I think one of the first questions is, a lot of people said, who the hell are these people? Like, that's always a question when something like this happened. They're like, okay, well, people are making the rules. Well, who are the one making the rules, and who are they to govern us? But a lot of people post a list like, yo, here are the signatories. But even when reading down the list, one of the first things people said was, I don't know who these people are. I know none of them. I know Ultra David, his name sticks out, but I don't know any of these other people. But you got to think about it like this too. It's not like nobody knows who they are, because obviously somebody knows if they've been in the FGC long enough, especially to want to help. There's somebody in their community, maybe in their hometown, their locals or anything like that. Hell, maybe there's a lot more people that know some of these people than we know of. But I think what people are getting at is more like a mainstream level. Like, Ultra David sticks out automatically because we all know who the hell he is. He's definitely a name. So to those standards, you look at the rest of the names and people are just like, I don't know. And from there, as you can imagine, there's mixed reactions. I'll keep posting the tweets on the screen. We'll get into the people that are kind of upset about this first. I think the common reaction to all of this is people just feel like we don't need FGC police. We don't need a governing body telling us what's wrong and right. We kind of feel offended in a way, especially when we don't even know who these people are. What gives you the right? This statement right here is saying the prospect of esports and making some money has ruined this entire hobby. Then Janita responds to this saying, I don't think anything has to do with making money or not making money. More has to do with the fact that a bunch of motherfuckers got outed for being legit predators over the summer. We had the prospect of making money for a while now. Then On Brand responds again saying, you don't need a document to determine if people are good or not, but you can use a document like this to potentially ban players from competition unjustly. Everyone should be held accountable for their actions. This only gives room for abuse when someone's feelings get hurt. Then John Eddie responds again saying, yeah, but there also needs to be something done because there were a lot of people that got away with a lot of bullshit for years. I don't think this is a good document though, but I don't think doing nothing is a good idea either. And pretty much on that same point of view, Nate posts this as well saying, the fact that so many people are just straight up shitting on what is overall a good step forward for the community is awful, but it's not surprising. I mean, look at it. I mean, that's reality, right? This is what you see. You have some people that are super extreme, right? Some are like, fuck this. Who the hell are you to govern over me? I will retire. I will jump out of this FGC community or whatever before I let anybody rule over me. It is just video games. Can we calm the fuck down? But then, of course, I think where a lot of people, especially within this, governing documents are coming from, they're like, yo, do we not remember what just happened last summer? We had like predators, we had sexual allegations, sexual cases, like all this shit. That was a lot. And then you got those kind of in the middle, like, yo, I don't agree, but I kind of don't disagree. I just want the FGC or the community just to be better in general. So we're hoping for the best. So of course it goes back and forth and it wraps up right here with On Brand once again. This was one of the more stronger statements that I saw. He said, the FGC is shit-taking, money matching, taunting, crowd noise, cussing, side betting, stick throwing. The FGC is settling altercations in the game. The FGC is irreverent. This whack-ass COC can suck my fucking COC. Nobody wants the FGC to be some white bread League of Legends shit. There it is, ladies and gents. Definitely let me know how you feeling about this new FGC COC, the code of conduct. Let's get it. Let's unpack this a little bit, get these final thoughts. And like On Brand was saying, like I got used to the old school FGC. I love the FGC. So when I'm rolling with groups like Saturday Night Nightmares, right, which we promoted a lot last year, a lot of people were like, I love this. Thank you for bringing back that hype. When it comes to something like that though, would they get flagged? Would they get banned? Because they love talking that shit and a lot of people like talking them shit, and if you're taking it a certain way, I mean, what happens there? So that's why I think this is a really tightrope or thin line that we're walking right now, because something like that gets flagged. Now all of a sudden we're like, yo, this is bullshit. But on the other hand, you got these serious cases out there like these predators and whatnot, something like that. Something has to be done. Something has to be done to make it feel like a better place, especially when we start going back to tournaments. And you know, online is another jungle. I don't know how we're actually gonna govern that when it's all said and done. But with all this being said, I'm kind of here and I'm kind of there. So basically what I'm trying to say is I'm in the middle. I do disagree, and I'm also, part of me is happy that at least something is being done. And I do also agree that some of the wording could be changed, but like I said, there's constantly updates, so maybe they'll update it. I don't know. I'm not putting all my eggs in this basket and dying on this hill right now. I'm not. It's way too early to tell. I'm just saying that only time will tell how this plays out. And there it is, ladies and gents. Thank you for watching. Definitely let me know how you feeling today. The FGC COC, do you think it's good, it's bad, or do you think it's at least a step in the right direction, or are we taking a step back? And above all, just don't stink. Get you some DO for your BO, some little cologne, you know what I'm saying? Baby, smell good. Ain't nothing wrong with it, because now your ass is about to get banned and kicked out of tournaments. Once again, thank you guys for watching. Love you forever. We'll see you soon. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
Real talk, anybody ever been to a tournament? Have you ever smelled anybody that bad that we need to strike them like that and ban them? Have you? Real talk, have you? Nah, I mean, we have. Let's not lie, we have.